Most investors just talk theory. I'm going to show you a build-to-rent turnkey rental that's working from our builder clearance lineup and what it's doing for investors right now. Okay, so this is a duplex model for build-to-rent. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, which is very popular right now, a little over 2,100 square feet. This is Southwest Florida, which is a popular area, Englewood, Florida, only a couple miles from the beach. Large tenant pool here. A lot of new business and economy came in here through the pandemic. So this is kind of workforce housing that was lacking. You can be in a single family home neighborhood, but rent half a home with still a yard that gives that tenant kind of that home feeling without living in an apartment. So let's see what it looks like on the inside and kind of the features and layouts. So here's why the duplex model works. First of all, with it being affordable in more of a single family home neighborhood, there's high demand. That gives it good absorption. And then you're also going to get 2 tenants under one roof. So for the investor, you're bringing in a larger amount of income having the 2 tenants, and that gives you a higher cash on cash return. Also, going with these duplex models, we've really uniformed it to lower overall maintenance and repairs, and that will give you a better tenancy stay, right? In fact, when we went from old fixer-uppers to this new construction model, our tenancy went from an average of about a year to 3 years. So this type of uniform layout, newer structural design lets tenants want to stay longer, and it's also better for maintenance and repairs. So why will the numbers work on this so well? First of all, the rents. You're going to get about $1,650 per side, and there is a high demand again for these half a single family homes in single family home neighborhoods because people would rather live in a duplex side than an apartment building. That's just been proven over the last few years. And these higher rents also yield you a great cash flow. Now, it's not just the cash flow from the rent, it's also the cash flow from the new construction. Let me explain how that works. Again, we found that our average maintenance repairs went down 70% compared to when we used to fix up old houses. So with that lower maintenance and repairs, it's going to produce a higher cash flow. Also with new construction properties, the way that they're built on higher ground with stronger structural design, the insurance companies will reward you. Sometimes your insurance can be a third of what other properties in the area have to be insured for because they were built before 2004. That's when the insurance companies really changed the rules. So you're going to get lower insurance on this. So with that combination of lower insurance, high rents, a duplex like this, after all expenses, could still be bringing you in over $1,100 a month cash flow. That's with renting out both sides with a vacancy ratio of about 5%. That gives you really solid numbers to start off of. And then with incremental growth, looking at the history of growth in Southwest Florida, we're looking in the next 6 years to produce an annualized return of over 30%. That's with a combination of depreciation. That's a combination of debt pay down and in rental and value growth. So that will be how the deal pencils out. The other thing that helps with this, as you know, with working with a builder, you can get a builder forward commitment. That's where a builder has a good personal balance sheet and they're able to pre-buy your mortgage for you. Right now, we can go as low as 3.5%. Now, when you look at what the banks are offering out there, normally about 7%, that's going to really eat into your cash flow. So with getting that lower down payment of 25%, also getting that lower interest rate of sometimes as low as 3.5%, lower insurance, that's what ups your cash flow to over $1,100 a month on a duplex like this. Solid numbers that a lot of people didn't even know could still make sense here in 2025. So when you look at the new interior of a build-to-rent turnkey construction, you want to have a really open floor plan with durable, attractable design. So you see we do the vinyl plank flooring, the nice white countertops, the stainless steel appliances. This gives it a really, really strong look and it gives strong tenant appeal. It's also easy on maintenance repairs. Something happens in here, we know it's easy to fix. And also with new construction, you're under a 210 warranty. That means 10 years on the structural things, 2 years on the smaller finishes. So let's look too at the bathrooms. When you want to look at the solid bathrooms, okay, one of the things that we continue to do is the tile, which is super nice. Instead of those shower kits that usually fall apart within a few years, we do go with the tile still, the nicer countertops. This again gives tenant appeal, but also durability for people. Well, for tenant appeal, you want to have a large master bedroom and also its own master bath. Same thing, we go with the higher end countertops and we don't do those cheap shower kits. Tile showers, which are a little more expensive, but help with appeal and overall value. Okay, and then going outside, the exterior of these properties have a really nice look and finish to them. Again, that new construction really pops. It gives a lot of tenant appeal when they're looking at, do they want to rent a duplex or they want to rent from an apartment building? This is absolutely key. When a young family who's looking for affordability can have their own yard and new construction, it's a great combination. They don't want to be calling the landlord all the time to have something fixed. So when they see new heating and cooling, new kitchens, new appliances, brand new plumbing, they get a better feel, so they'll want to stay longer and pay a higher rent. Now, with these duplexes, there does come some risk. There's always risk of competition of properties coming into the area. It's a popular area. People build more, people put more on the market. So you have to make sure you're attracting the tenant pool correctly with the type of property, with extra incentives with the management. Sometimes you have to give a move-in special to get the tenant into the property quicker and with the best qualifications. So that's always going to be a risk. The initial rent up of the property, we are seeing a steadiness of going from about 75 days down to about 60 days for that. But again, we found that if you do the right type of marketing, sometimes offer some incentives, you'll get that tenant in up front, but then they're also staying much longer than our previous tenancy, which used to be about a year. Again, now it's up to about 3 years. Deals like this will only work when the demand is real and the operations are clean. So if you're tired of the hype and you want to learn more clarity on real deals with real numbers, subscribe and I'll keep bringing you through real build to rent properties like this.